So that was season 3, episode 13 of Legends of Tomorrow, and I really liked this episode, especially the Dark family, but we'll get into that a little bit later. First, I'm going to recap the episode, then give my likes, my dislikes, and then any theories I may have at the very end. So first off, we have Sarah and Ava after they slept together the previous night and everything was all cool and they were hanging out, and Zari came in and was like, we should do that. Oh, just kidding. We would never do that because this is a professional environment, which I found very funny. And quickly we also, I mean, it got confirmed pretty much last episode, but Ray has been kidnapped by the Darks, and what I find most funny is Sarah and Zari just had like basically no one had any idea that Ray was actually gone, which it's horrible, but at the same time pretty hilarious. Anyway, but I loved Ray's phone message because he was so calm throughout the entire thing. He was just like, hey guys, got kidnapped. That's it. That's all. And then we quickly pan over to Kuwasa, Damien, and Nora, and they were in the middle of torturing Ray, and they were trying to figure out how to get the totems to work because they were having trouble with the fire totem because apparently that one was broken, and Nora couldn't access Amaya's totem because she didn't have a selfless reason of why she wanted to use it. So more discussing and stuff like that. Later, Kuwasa ended up going somewhere else, and Damien and Nora brought Ray to his Upswipes lab thing so they could try to figure out how to fix the totems. We also have Wally and Rip on the Wave Rider, which I'm so glad that Wally is finally with the Legends team. And he's gonna make a great addition. I mean, already he's making a great addition, but the fact that he's actually here is fun. Also, Rip reunited with the team. Last time him and Sarah interacted, it wasn't great because Rip kind of did the whole bringing back Damien Dark to life thing, and that's not awesome. Then Damien tortures the Upswipes guy, the one that fired Ray, or the partner of Ray, and it was just so good. Like, not the whole torturing thing, but the fact that Damien was just holding up this guy casually while he was on Upswipes, and the fact that we also had Carrie Cutter as one of his, well, prospective matches was awesome. And we quickly figure out that we're gonna need cold fusion, which is something that Ray and the rest of the world, or this universe and, you know, in general, is not invented. But Damien's like, oh, well, I was an assassin back in the 1960s, I think it was, and I did happen to kill the guy who invented cold fusion, and thus making it never made. So basically, Nora and Ray had to go back together to convince the doctor who was on his toilet before Damien the assassin came and killed the doctor. So that sounded a lot less complicated in my head, but yeah. Anyway, right before that happened, Damien and Nora had a bit of a fight because Nora just wanted to do something that would impress her father, obviously, more family issues aside, but there was a big fight before they left, and Damien was like, you know what, go, go, do what you need to do. And Nora and Ray were able to save the doctor, barely, because Assassin Damien, with that luscious wig, came in and almost killed, but what he did succeed in doing was destroying Nora's time stone. We also had a lot of scenes with Nora and Ray this episode, and I'm so glad because Brandon and Courtney, the two actors who play Nora and Ray respectively, are married in real life, and I was waiting for them to get paired off together, especially, it's just, I love when that happens. And I mean, they have a great relationship on the show already because I really like their chemistry together, and the fact that, Ray knew little Nora and seeing this, woman now and wants to see the good in her and thinks that there is good in her. I do believe that. I mean, with the whole Mollis thing at the end, I'm not 100% sure that's going to work out well, but I really liked it. And then we have Zari and Amaya going on a trip. Really? And they visited the one place that Amaya visited a couple episodes ago about the totem, and visiting her, like, grandmother, I think it was, or great-grandma, I don't know, somebody, ancestor, whatever, and the place that they went to go visit, it used to be all luscious and beautiful with, like, alive trees, flowers, springs, all that stuff, and now it just looks dead. It looks corrupted, exactly how the place whenever Sarah visited Mollis's weird sand thing again, it looked like that. And we quickly found out that the totem bearers imprisoned Mollis, and each time a new anachronism is brought into the world, it allows Mollis to slowly break free from that prison, which is not good. Damien, back in 2018, is getting worried because it's been an hour since Ray and Nora's mission, so he goes and tries to rescue his daughter, and they end up in whenever they're trying to get with a transit through the thing, and Nora's like accenty and all that stuff, and Assassin Damien is going after them, but Damien, our Damien, just comes in with magic and boom, 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 gets everything, rescues his daughter. And there was also another fight, another family fight with Damien and Nora, and it was pretty hilarious. And due to that fight, Nora decided to go out to get some fresh air, thus leading Assassin Damien to get Nora, and that's when a trade happened. Damien, our Damien, brought the doctor and tied Ray down, brought the doctor up to the rooftop, and Assassin Damien, there's this whole thing, threw Nora off the building, shot the doctor, and there was this big fight between Damien versus Damien, dark versus dark, and trying to keep Nora from falling and all this stuff. And there was this awesome moment when Damien was getting basically strangled, and Nora was like, "You have to let me go. It's okay, everything will be okay." And then she falls, and then she's reborn, or not really reborn, but she's able to access the totem's powers. And I shouldn't have cheered when I saw that, because obviously Nora and Damien are the bad guys of the season. Well, they're not like, well, yeah, they are the bad guys of the season. Not probably the main bad guy, because the main bad guy is Mollis, but the fact that she was able to access the totem means that I loved it so much. I love the fact that she was able to use that power to help save her father, and just awesome moments. And I keep forgetting that this is the same man that killed Laurel, but he's just so damn funny. Throughout the entire episode, I was laughing at pretty much everything he was saying. The actor just does such a good job, and I can't help but not like him. Then we had Ray swoop in, try to save the doctor, but Damien ended up shooting the doctor because perfect record. But we also found out quickly before that the doll held the secrets to Cold Fusion, and there was this standoff with Ray and Nora, where Ray was, I mean, obviously he wasn't going to do it, but held up the his gauntlet towards Nora, and you know, she knew that he wasn't going to hurt her. But Ray did hurt the Berlin Wall, and that's when we got Wally coming in, swooping in, saving the day, and also stealing back the fire totem, which I thought was pretty cool. Nice introduction to Wally. Well, nice introduction to the team to Wally, because obviously they know what Wally can do, but they haven't seen it firsthand besides probably Nate. So I'm glad that Sarah kind of saw that and was like, ooh, new team member, let's go. Then right after that, we had Grodd swooping in whenever they were FaceTiming, I guess is a good way to put it, with Ava, Sarah, and Rip, and the director, or what former director, was chilling, and all of a sudden Grodd came shooting down. It's been a while since we've seen Grodd, which is really exciting, and he killed the former director, and now Ava is the director, meaning that, well, I mean, maybe that little thing, we'll talk about that in a second, but Ava's now the director, so she is now going to reinstate Rip, and it's good. She went back to the Bureau, and, well, right before she went back to the Bureau, her and Rip had a conversation, and Rip was like, so you and Sarah, huh? And she was like, oh yeah, it might be something special. She walked away, and then Rip, like, changed the game. He said, delete file 354Z, or Z, and Sarah could never know the truth about Ava, and then Gideon said Director Hunter. So, what was that about? I was just sitting there, I was like, okay, here's the thing, because I have a theory. I mean, I have an inkling towards the fact that Ava might not survive this season, but if Ava turns out to be evil, I don't know, that's just the way that Rip was. And also he said like something, she was something special. I don't know, but I'm really intrigued and I really want to know what happened there. Also, Nate talked to Ray earlier, a little bit before that conversation, and Ray is kind of crushing on Nora, which, I mean, I like. Not gonna lie, I like it because they have chemistry, so it works. And then Wally officially went on to the team. And at the very, very end, we had this sweet scene between Damien and Nora, and Damien went to go get some booze for their hot chocolate, and all of a sudden Mollis corrupted Nora at a certain point, and I was very upset. Now she has like veins on her forehead. I don't want her to die. I don't want Damien to go either, and that's I don't even understand why I'm saying. I think it's just because they write the characters so well that I like them. I don't know, man. I'm conflicted. I don't know what to feel anymore. My likes of the episode, I mean, Damien Darhk there was a spotlight on him this episode. Every single time that he spoke, I smiled. And then the whole Nora and Ray situation I liked. The whole Nora and Damien situation I liked. Wally being there I liked. I just like everything on this show. There was nothing I disliked with this episode. I mean, I wish we could have seen a little bit more of Wally, but at the same time I'm glad that Wally like saved the day. I don't know. I love this show so much. It's my favorite right now out of all of the CWDC shows. And I can't wait for next episode. Okay everyone, thank you for watching. If you want to see my previous reaction / review, all you have to do is click the link in the description. And as always, I will see you next time.